A question that we got recently was who should pay on dates? So, Brent, how would you answer that as a married man who's been out of the dating pool for some time?
As a married man?
Yeah, how would you answer that question
Well, I mean, we're married.
if you were dating?
Oh, I'm a little old school, so I mean, I just always would pay, but I think the newer way of thinking is whoever extended the invite should be the one to pay.
When I was dating, I would always offer, like, hey, do you want
Yeah.
me to pitch in? And if the person wanted me to pay for my part, I would be like, well, that person just sees me as a friend. That's how I would see it. If someone is paying for both parties, I saw that as a date. And if I'm paying for myself, it's just, oh, we're out as friends.
Yeah. You offered on our first date, but I invited you out. Like, no.
You wanted to get in
Oh
these
my gosh.
pants. You did.
We have children that prove it, yes.
Yeah, prove that you did get in them. You
Oh,
got in these pants.
Oh.
Brian's super funny about money, and it's something I've learned about him throughout the years. When we were discussing marriage, it was very important for me to understand his money situation. Like, what's your debt? How much money do you make? That kind of stuff. Because if his credit's going to be my credit, if his debt is going to be my debt, I've got to know these things. And I consider myself pretty financially responsible. So
I know the story. I know.
So I asked Brian, how much do you make? And he told me, and it was more than what I made. And I was like, there's no way. And the reason why is because he had this George Foreman grill that he would use multiple times a week that was broken on the back. It sparked when you plugged it in. It was a mechanical terror that he would use. And I was like, how can you make that much money and have this George Foreman grill? And on top of that, he had multiple tubes of toothpaste in his bathroom drawer that would only have one squirt of toothpaste in them. He would have a full tube of toothpaste, but then in his bathroom drawer, he'd have 7 tubes of toothpaste, each with one single squirt of toothpaste. So I'm like, how can you make this money, but you hang on to toothpaste in the event you might one day need that single squirt? Yesterday, we went through his bathroom drawer. Mind you, we're married. We are financially doing well. And yet he still had, how many did you have?
This is why we went through the drawer. Okay. There were 8.
There were 8 single squirts of toothpaste.
In my defense, the George Foreman grill still worked. As long as it worked, I was going to keep using it. I'm hoping a listener out there can at least relate. But my thinking there is, what if I forget to get toothpaste? That way, if like for some reason I ran out, I at least had something to get me through the day.
I am totally different. If I'm going to buy a toothpaste, I am going to buy another tube of toothpaste with it. So I always have a backup tube of toothpaste. So I never have to hold on to toothpaste. What I've learned about Brian is he's very much going to put other people before himself. He would make sure our kids had toothpaste or I had toothpaste before he himself had toothpaste.
Yeah.
So that's something I've learned about him. And it's a way that I can be a good partner to him because I love and respect him so much. He's going to make sure he use that George Foreman grill until it sparks and he gets 3rd-degree burns from it before he gets another one. We now have 2 George Foreman grills, okay? Because I, as his wife, am taking care of him in this fashion. I'm not going to live with this broken down terror of a George Foreman grill.
That didn't get to come in the house that we got together. Nope.
No.
You were shocked. We had already decided we were getting married. We're having the discussions. Like, made me go get pay stubs. You thought I was lying to you. You were like, there's no way. There's just no way. And I'm like, seriously. And I went and got my last 2 pay stubs. And I'm like, why don't you believe me? You're like, the George Foreman grill, the toothpaste. Like, what?
So maybe y'all need to DM or comment with whether you're more like me or more like Brian. Are you going to hold on to your George Foreman grill and your empty, except for 1 squirt toothpaste?
Oh, please.
Or are you going to be like me and plan ahead?
I hope there's listeners that can relate.
But I think that's the good part of a partnership. You and I each have our strengths, and when I'm buying toothpaste for myself, I will go look and see if you need more toothpaste.
Oh, I have
So
best of both worlds now. There's 2 full tubes in there, and then I have 8.
single squirt.